Jackson, so number 1, what'd you do with those exponents? Multiplying the same base, add exponents to get x to the 5th. So number 2, what'd you get, Kaylee? We don't need a 3 in front. Well, it's just 1 times 1 times 1, you know, so the coefficient just stays 1. But add all those exponents to get m to the 6th. Number 3, Seth, what do you do with those exponents? So knowing the difference between 1 and 3 is pretty essential. So number 4 is m to the 12th. Number 5, what do you do there, Joanna? Great job. X squared. Number 6. Yep. Good job. You can't leave negative exponents, so you put them under 1 and make them positive. Okay, let's take a look at textbook page 414 from yesterday. See if you have any questions on that. I also have all the work for the coloring thing, but I see that most of you guys turned it in, so it might be a little late. Did you guys want to see the work from the coloring thing? Pretty challenging. Sure. Yeah, no, I did not understand that. I did not put the grade in yet. No, there wasn't. Not today. Pretty blurry. Pretty blurry. There's the answers for 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. It's not showing yet. Just put F over G. Do you look for that? Yeah. Okay, plus.
Did you get them all right? I know. Oh no. No. They're gonna measure your tax prep. The blonde? I was sitting there like playing it for 15 minutes. Oh, like this gal was like, she just ripped it off. And I was like this. I don't think that would look good. I don't think that would look right. No. It was so and then
Okay, so who's got a question on 1, 2, 3, 5, or 6? Those composition of functions and adding and subtracting. So this is number 4 here, Matt. You just put the F over the G. So you factored the top, right? So when you factored the top, what did you end up with? It would be 6x. It doesn't factor. No, it can't be. Okay, there's 8 through 16. Finding the inverse, switching x to y, and getting y alone. It's deciding if they're inverse or not.
S composed of G does not prove an inverse. And I stop there, do I have to be G composed of that?
Go ahead and stop. You've already proven non-inverse. So it would be negative 6 parentheses. What is that, an 8? Over 8? Or over 6? 8 minus x over 6. Plus 8. This will plus 8 again. So that means we take h and plug it into g. So these would be great big parentheses. The quickest thing to do is to cancel that 6 out, leaving negative 8 plus 6, no, plus x plus 8. You just shorten it in, it would look like this.
Yeah, I had that. I had over negative 36.
No,
You have to multiply those two.
So that's a 1. So, like the denominator is 1?
Oh.
Okay, who else wants to see something hard from these problems? And number 12?
Yeah.
That's 24 to 30. So there was this one has absolute value. And this one. Alright, it's so blurry. What number, Caitlin? So look at 24. The plus or minus will stay out front, and the square root of 121 is 11. And so the square root of 4 is 8 squared. And you could write B9. I would give you full credit for that. The reason you need absolute value bars technically is because it's an even exponent and an even index and an odd result. It's just those very specific conditions. But I am not going to hold you accountable on your test this year. Who else has a question on those? Here, what's the question? It's a math question. Okay, what is it? Art, Sam? Yeah, I'm making it. It's just like your midterm. Yeah. You don't have any of ever again.
What?
In math. After geometry, there's no more EOCs.
I never learned how to do curves with you.
No. I mean, your EOC.
Wait, hold on. You get in my high school. What you said?
There's no more EOCs after geometry. They don't make them.
Take no more tests.
But you have to take the SAT if you want to go to college.
Sorry. Shut up.
Okay, any more questions? Alright, y'all, get out a red pen or a highlighter. I know you want to see your quizzes, so I'm going to pass those out. Okay. Algebra 2 is meant for college placement, not for high school diploma.
You should throw me a surprise. I even thought I did these guys. Are you kidding me?
I guess. I didn't know how to put the signs. I don't know how to put the signs.
I got like half a point on every single question. One half.
This is like,
Mine is
I don't wait.
Everybody get their food spot?
I'm really so bad at this.
Everybody get their food spot?
Honestly, I'm hyped. I would be so happy.
And then, okay, when are you gonna take it? You gonna take it right now? Okay.
But if I get
Yeah. He always complains about times
well, that's because I had when I talked about it. I was like, what up is the way I was doing.
Why is like everyone so angry?
But then the other thing is like the permanent research is the
Because then you won't have jokes. I've lived with
People, I got number one right.
Okay, who's got a question on 1, 2, 3, or 4? They're 3 points each, so let me know. You get credit for participating in class today.
oh, okay.
Like you go, I have to prove both. You have to prove both if you're gonna prove it. Okay. Alright, here's numbers 5 and 6.
Oh,
The inverse, do you not know what inverse means? So I got minus 1%. So if we don't, that way you can use the right answer, it's still wrong. Take it hard, right?
Michigan's like cool, like it's like a rainforest or something. Covered full of trees and stuff. I used to live in the middle of the woods back in Michigan. I'm not from there, but I used to stay there.
Yeah, Michigan has awesome forests. And the forests in the north don't have palmettos and vines. So it's like pine trees.
Holly, where'd that land on? Really? Okay. What?
You know the ones that are on the ground that are bushes and they're not like nice palms that like curl over, they're like straight. And then their trunks have like all the spikies on them. I feel like you should know this what I'm saying. It's like really this is palmetto state. That's the you probably look out the window right now and see one of them in here. They're like every 10 feet. You ever heard of a palmetto?
No, I don't think palmetto bugs.
Okay.
They're like really big cockroaches.
Oh, they fly.
They
All right,
fly.
so you guys, we actually have. I got like 8 minutes to tell you this. So you don't have to write all this down straight out of your text, but think about it, look at it. What we're doing today is just rewriting rational exponents as radicals. And believe it or not, well, for Algebra 1 curriculum, it's being covered right now. So whether or not you got it covered in 2020, I don't know. But you did do this in Algebra 1, perhaps. I don't know. So, well, yeah, maybe. There's definitely a good chance. So this is the example. You're given a problem like this. 27 to the 1/3 power. You can rewrite it like this. So this isn't like nothing mathematical happened here. This is just rewritten. You take the denominator down and around and it becomes an index. Rational exponents and radicals are actually the same thing, just written differently. So let's look at the definition here. For any real number b, so it has to be a real number, and any positive integer n, b to the 1/n is the same as the nth root of b. Except if b is less than 0 and n is even. When b is less than 0 and n is even, you get to like imaginary numbers. So like here, your base is less than 0 and n is 2. So we have an imaginary answer because this is a square root. Square roots have your invisible 2. And the square root of negative 16 is 4i. So that's a very formal definition and 2 examples. Kaylee? Sorry? So numerators say exponent. So technically there is a numerator here of 1. And that exponent is right here 1. 1. So it stays an exponent. Let's look at letter D. You guys write these in radical form. Alexis, how would you rewrite number 1 in a radical? Rewrite in radical form. The 6th root of x. So number 2, the 5th root of a. Number 3, this is what Torian just asked. What if there's a number up there instead of 1? So you're going to bring the 4 down and around, and it's the 4th root of d to the 7th, or it's the 4th root of d, and the whole thing is to the 7th. Either way, the 7 stays an exponent. The numerator stays an exponent, either under the radical or outside. There's benefits to both. Sometimes it makes most sense down here. Sometimes it makes the most sense out there. Emily? Only with practice. I'll tell you this. With variables, they're usually easier down here. And with numbers, they're usually easier out here. Keely? Well, with we're working towards solving. Yep. So if it just says rewrite in radical form, that's all you do. Rewrite in exponential form. You bring the 4 and put it back down as a denominator. Yeah, flip it back. Max was
That be C, the 1-8.
Yes, it would. Number 6. You got it. You guys, let's go ahead and. Oh, there's so much work to that right there. Not for now. Not for now, Paige. Let's not even think about it right now. That problem right there is like 8 more steps. So. Yeah, you have to rationalize it. Rationalize the denominator. 3 minutes. It's not time to go. It's not time. You got 3 minutes. 50.